If you're feeling down and out today, think of yourself as a rose. A rose goes through so many different cycles. When they're blooming, you can see the bud. When they open up into full bloom, they have a wonderful fragrance. There's beautiful colors and things like that. And so when you are going through hard times, when you are feeling down or experiencing something or going through a trial, think of the rose. And it's something that I came to think of when I think of rose is revitalizing opulence, solely enchanting. Revitalizing opulence, solely enchanting. Revitalizing opulence, solely enchanting. Rose. And so I like to incorporate that and to think of that for my series, Rose Petals Revived. I want you to think of that. I want you to think of that term, rose, and those words, and think of yourself in that way so that you can smile each day, even when you have a day where maybe you get into conflict. There's some things going on with the children, work, whatever it is. You come home and then there's all this chaos and you feel like you just can't get any peace. Just think of that. Think of the rose, revitalizing opulence, solely enchanting. And check out my series on YouTube. Nasira's Heart on YouTube. I have a series where I am speaking about domestic violence. That is a topic that I am passionate about. I have been for many, 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 many years, ever since I was young, because I was a witness to a lot of domestic violence from family and friends. Some that were pretty horrific in terms of some women that experienced some things that, really could have turned out more devastating than it was. Some people suffered the consequences and some people didn't. You know what I mean? And so I don't know, when this will change, if it will. I have no idea. But nonetheless, I like to talk about these topics because I just don't see it being talked about enough. I hear about the stories of what happens, the beginning, the middle, and the end. And unfortunately, the end is starting to be very tragic, where women are being buried, children are being buried. It's really, really, really tragic. So again, I am here to talk about different things, talk about the subject. I'm going to continue to shine a light on it. I'm not going to wait till Domestic Violence Awareness Month to start talking about it. I'm going to be talking about it before then. I'm going to be talking about it prior to then. I'm going to be talking about it as much as I possibly can, because I just don't think that it gets enough coverage. I don't think that there's enough conversation about it. And again, like I said, it is heartbreaking. I shed tears every time I see and hear a mother weeping. You could hear the breaking of her heart as you watch the news story, and then they release the balloons and you hear the wailing. I can feel it through the screen. You know what I'm saying? And it breaks my heart. And it's like, how many more women are going to have to be buried? How many more balloon releases are we going to have to do? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But nonetheless, again, Rose Petals Revived, that is the series that I'm doing where we are going to be covering a lot of things. We're going to be offering some encouragement. Some topics will be very serious, where we'll just have to get right into it. We're going to have to be raw and good with it. We're going to just talk about it, whatever that it is. Some of it might be triggering for some people. Some people might find it to be, anti-black or whatever the case may be. I don't really care, because I think it's something that has been going on for too long. And, the dead can't speak for themselves. They're gone. You know what I'm saying? So who is going to do it? But the living. You know what I mean? So nonetheless, even when we make arrest, after the arrest is made, you don't hear any more about it. It's an uproar, during that. Once the arrest is made, then it just goes on to the next story. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be talking about these things. And again, it's on YouTube, Nasira's Heart on YouTube. The first episode is already up. I'm going to be posting various episodes. I may even be going live. You're welcome to stop by, like, share, and subscribe to Nasira's Heart on YouTube because I talk about various topics that may not be popular to some, but I'm passionate about, and I'm going to continually shine a light on these things because I think it gets swept up under the rug. It gets normalized. There's behind closed doors. Nobody wants to talk about it. We're not speaking out. We don't speak about the family business, blah, 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 blah. All the little sayings that we've heard growing up, all the little sayings, you could run them off at the top of your head of all the stuff you probably heard, and all that does is keep people silent. It keeps people tortured. It keeps people enduring. It keeps people going through. It keeps people having low self-esteem. It keeps people traumatized, and it ends in death for a lot of people. So we're tired of it. We're tired, and we're going to continue to speak out about it. And, if I'm the only one, let that be the reason. Okay? So anyway, again, it's Rose Petals Revived on YouTube. And my first episode is up. Nasira's Heart is the channel. And like, share, and subscribe. You can have notifications and all of that. I will put it on the screen here as well so that you can see and you can head over there and check it out. Again, we're going to be covering many things during the series, many various topics, safety tips, offering some encouragement. Like I said, some topics, unfortunately, we're going to be getting into it, and it might be triggering for some. But those people that want to follow and be a part of that, they're certainly welcome. We will not be tolerating any nonsense and shenanigans and foolery on the channel and during the series and in the comments. So if you are one of those people, you might as well just, kick rocks down the road because we're not having it. Okay? So nonetheless, hope to see you there. Have a great day.